Hello and welcome back to Brentown Episode 4. My name is Dave Bren, and when last we left our intrepid little town, we had become a tiny town with a population of 1,400. We have access to landscaping, parks, and plazas. We're not going to do any of that just yet, though. We're going to keep expanding our city. I'm going to pop that back up real quick, see where we're trying to get. Trying to get to Boomtown. We don't even have to really even double our population to get there. So I think we're gonna have to build a little bit more, but not that much more, because we've got all this that is yet to be developed, and I have a little bit of space down here to extend this little residential, make another little residential block down over here. We get access to another tile also when we get to Boomtown, and I think I'm gonna buy this tile up over here so that I can soon get started on working on my little hillside residential district over here. This what I'm calling the Foggy Hills of the aforementioned Foggy Hills map, which is what we're on here. I don't know if those are actually the Foggy Hills. Maybe the hills in the background over there are the Foggy Hills. They are kind of foggy, but they're just far away. So we've got these two hills. Oh, I wanted to check and see. Yeah, we got the terrain view. This is something that I learned from Xardus. If you haven't seen Xardus's, is that how you say the possessive of Xardus? Xardus is, or Xardus I don't even know. Anyway, Xardus is another fellow YouTuber out here who's doing some amazing City Skylines playthrough videos. And he uses the terrain height view a lot when he's planning his road layouts to go around some natural formations like this. And I think that's a great idea. So you can see here the terrain kind of smooths out right along over here. So I think what I might actually end up doing is deleting this chunk of this avenue. Maybe. No, maybe I want the highway to continue through here and connect into the industry. And then the avenue that comes up along here, I think I'm going to have this avenue curve along the side of the road over here. And maybe that'll have a connection up to the freeway later. We'll see about that. But this highway is definitely going to come straight across and have a connection right up over here. So, what that means is that for our next expansion, I think I'm just going to build a little bit more out on our residential zone down in here. And down the line, what I might do is reserve this little corner here for a little park, a little riverside park, which would mean I'm going to have to move these water services, but no biggie on that. We can make that happen. So let's take a look then what we're going to do. We're going to drop in some more avenue. Well, it's not an avenue yet. We'll upgrade it to avenue once we really need to. We still have some crime issues. We're still on pause. Let's go ahead and run that at 2 speed just to kind of keep things going. That'll give us some time for these guys to build up as well. And maybe we'll run that on 1 speed. We don't need to go so fast. I like to keep things slow so that problems don't get out of hand before I notice them. So let's just expand this. We learned 160 is our distance from the avenues. And we'll do the same thing over here, come out 160 just as a marker. Delete that and that. Great. And then we'll come down here. Now let's build that to there. Oh, that's a little too long. Whoopsie. That to there, that to there. And we'll run roads right down the middle here. There and there. Okay, great. Oops, didn't want to do that. So I want this avenue to come straight down, connect in there. Like I said, we'll have a little park over here, and this will either... I'm not sure if this is going to cross the river or not. That bank on the other side is a little bit steep, although if I kind of go straight across over there, it might work nicely. I don't know. We'll see what I decide on that later on. But for now, this is kind of a nice little spot. We're going to have to make sure we reconnect up these power lines. Ooh, we're going to have to do that real quick because the time is actually ticking by. I'm just going to run a power line over here just so that we can keep that connected. And we can delete all of this over here. Delete that all the way back to there. Great. I got fire department in the last one, and I should really plop one of those down, especially over here by the industry. I think that's all I'll do for now. I primarily just don't want, because this stuff is really a fire hazard. So if fire's going to start, probably going to start there first. And folks are pretty miffed about crime right now, and I don't like that. So I am going to bite the bullet and drop in my first police station. I think this little intersection, or maybe even this one, is going to end up being kind of a real center of downtown. It'll probably be this one because there's the freeway entrance right off of there. So I'm going to call this kind of where everything comes together. Now I don't want to actually place it on the avenue because I'll have to move it later. So let me just go ahead and upgrade it to avenue now. Just this little chunk right here, this little intersection, so that I can plop my police department on there and I won't have to move it later. Do I want it right on the corner or in a couple of spaces? I don't really know. I'm curious about this. Let me know in the comments below if you like to put your services right on the corner of a major intersection or off from the major intersection, or even better yet, off the main road entirely so that it doesn't kind of clog up traffic. Although, I don't know. I'm just going to put it right there for efficiency's sake, but I really want to hear from you guys what you think is the best placement for something like that. Anyway, looking at our demand, we got to get to 2,400 with residential. We don't have a huge residential demand. We mostly have industrial and commercial. And I'm going to go down in here. And in terms of my industrial zoning on this outer edge, I'm going to do the opposite to what I was doing on the residential side. I'm going to keep all the zoning off of these main avenues because the truck traffic can really clog up those roads. And I'm also going to keep it off of this little side road here so that these trucks can kind of just come straight in, split off where they need to go before they start turning into any businesses. And we are getting trash and water warnings all of a sudden. Is that because power is cut off? It is because power is cut off, but that's probably just because electricity availability is low. There we go. So let me check my budget. Oh yeah, those are still down at 75%. So if I just bump both of these fellas all the way up at this point, we'll be good. And then I'll even leave some wiggle room. Most folks, I think, kind of miss this opportunity. You can still bump this up past 100%. I don't know if that's great for the functionality of the power plant, but it is a thing you can do if you need more electricity and you can't quite afford to pay for a brand new power plant. So we zoned some industrial down there. We're going to pick up the pace here and zone in some residential. See if we can get some more folks moving in here. I'm pretty sure we're still good on pipes. Yeah, we did lay some pipes last time. We need, looks like about 700 more folks to move in here. And a 4x4 section is about 80 people. So 5 of these squares is about 200 people, or 160 people in this 4x4. So if I need that many more people, we're going to have to zone all of this as well. So that'll be an extra 160, which will get us up to about 2,000. I think we still have a few more spaces in the plots I've zoned. So we're still going to have to add even more residential beyond that. So let's just go ahead and, for the time being, just so we can get ourselves up to that milestone. Plop in some residential there. It's going to change later on. And we are already having... Oh, that is due to no connectivity over here. Let's just slow that down. I'm gonna... Oh, you know, actually, I do want to take out this residential zone over here. Because that should be commercial along here. I'm just gonna drop our population by about 40 or so people. It's not a huge deal. Oop, that's not where I wanted it to be. I'm gonna lose about 40 people by deleting those houses, but that's okay. That commercial should jump the power across there, but now we also need water over here. So let's just continue this pipe down and this across over here. Just for completeness, we'll connect that up as well. Run that out just a little bit more to catch that edge of the river in case we develop there later. And we are at 2,000 people. We're going to need just... I'm going to get the timer trucking along a little quicker here. And see... Yeah, let's zone also in here. And all of this, because this will become residential eventually. This will not. This will be reserved for commercial and maybe even some parks down the line. Okay. Alright, well, it looks like right now our demand is exclusively for industrial. So even though I wanted to keep traffic off of this main road, just for now I'm going to go ahead and zone in here. Because I just want to get myself up to that milestone. So, do I get a cash infusion for the next one? I'm not sure if I do. I think I do. I hope I do. Because that's going to really help me do this next big expansion. Although I am doing pretty good on money, so I probably could afford to jump across the river there. I might... do I want to do that? No, let's just... Oh, let's get the timer running here. And see how quickly we can get going. I am going to, like I said, I want to put another freeway on-ramp over here. And you know what? I do have access now. Oh, no, I don't have access to those. When do I get... Oh, that'll be at the next milestone. I get the highway stuff. So that means I'll be able to upgrade these highway ramps, which is great, and I'll be able to upgrade this road into legit highway road. And once I get that, I'll make this highway on-ramp over here to provide another entrance and exit to our town. And that should be just lovely. Well, we are well on our way to 2,400. I'm wondering if I'm going to need... Oh, we're getting some electricity issues down here. And, yep, electricity availability is down. So let's go ahead back in here and do that. I'm just going to bump that all the way up to 150 and see how far that gets us. Ooh, that did not really help nearly as much as I thought, but it did give us a little bit of a stopgap to hopefully make us... Look at that, we are very close to our next milestone. I really don't want to build anything over here until I have access to those highway ramps and stuff, so I can just build it once and call it done. So, let's see here. You know what, I'll just drop in a little bit more residential down here to get us... bumped up to our next milestone. That should be plenty right there. We are only 10 away. 15. No, oh, and yep. And, oh, what? And we're so very close. 3, 2, 1. Yes! There we go. Congratulations. We are a boom town. We get an extra square, which is exciting. I can't wait to buy the other side of that hill. We get transport in the buses. We ain't gonna use those yet. I'm not gonna do any mass transit until my city starts to get significantly larger. Probably closer to like 7,500. When I get the university and all that stuff, that's when I'll think about putting down some major transit infrastructure. But I am super excited that we finally get access to the 3-lane highway and the highway ramp and also these intersections. And I have right over here one intersection that I actually made myself, which I'm pretty excited about. I'll show you guys that. It is a diverging diamond interchange. I remember what it's called. Well, you'll see it next time. Anyway, this is an intersection that I learned how to make from Target, I believe, and he's really inspired me to create my own intersections and my own in-game assets. So I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, we are a boomtown, which is a great place to jump out of here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps me a lot, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching today. My name is Dave Bren, and this has been Brentown. I'll see you next time.